All right, I'm in St. George, Utah, about to take some training and run a two-gun match with Joe Farewell. How did that happen? Well, we've been trolling each other, Guns Out and Joe Farewell, on Instagram for a while now. You know, he's gotten to know me and Shermichael. We met him at WAFT, and then we also saw him at BDU Epic Shoot. So when we saw him at Epic Shoot, he made us an interesting offer. He was like, you know what, you guys should come to Utah and run a two-gun match, take some training with me, and we have a good time. I was apprehensive. I was apprehensive at first because, I mean, you know, I know my skill set hasn't evolved to that level yet to run a two-gun match. I mean, I haven't even run a complete one-gun match, let alone a two-gun match, right? So with that said, I went from apprehension to enthusiasm, and I was ready to do it. I was ready to do it. I knew I needed to do it, so I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm here just to hone in my skills, and not only hone in my skills, but push myself outside of my current comfort zone. And I'm gonna do that by not only running my first match ever, like actually competing in a full match, but it's actually a two-gun match too. So not just pistol, and rifle. So we're just gonna push ourselves to the limit. You know, what a better time to do it towards the end of the year, start the year off right with a new set of skills and some honed in skills. Man, let's get this thing started. So coming out to Utah from the East Coast, you know, to take this training and to run this match, you know, that's a commitment. That's a commitment to this craft. That's a commitment to my skill set in this craft. And like I said, it's needed. And Shermichael couldn't make it, unfortunately. He had some business to take care of back home. But the show must go on, and I actually need this more than Shermichael does. Shermichael has competition experience. He's actually competed before. He's had professional training. I have not. You know, I have my military training, but that's nothing like competing, guys. I just have to be completely honest. And I mean, I think that any combat veteran or active duty military person will tell you, you know, straight up, that it's just a different skill set. Some of that stuff may translate, but not all of it does. So while I'm a little nervous because I don't have my buddy Sherm to lean on, you know, with his experience and him saying, hey John, don't worry about it, this, that, and the third, I trust Joe. And I actually trust the community. I trust the community that the people there will encourage and will help teach and help affirm progress and things that are done wrong.
Bang, bang. Drop. Like that, right? And you can still do it on this because you just gotta.
Yeah, just gotta set it in there deep.
Don't be polite.
You say what?
What?
What'd you say?
Don't be polite to the gun.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's gonna be nerve-wracking, and that's just my personality, but I know it's gonna also be fun. So I love shooting outdoors. When it comes to shooting outdoors, I don't think I've had a better experience than when I'm shooting in Vegas or Utah. It's just a landscape, you know? It's literally just a landscape. I mean, it doesn't have to be some elaborate course setup or anything like that. It's just the backdrop, the mountains, the desert, the valleys, all of those things. It's just very beautiful. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to add to the positive energy of this whole experience. You know, so that's gonna be awesome, man. I'm always excited to be here and to experience that. You know, Guns Out has had the luxury of filming and training with a number of professional shooters that, I mean, are really tenured in the sport, really accomplished. Terran Tactical, Todd Jarrett, you know, and Joe Farewell is just another to the list that we've had the privilege of filming with. And it's funny, filming and training with, and it's funny because you have this need, like this strange need to really impress the person that's training you.
Hey, execution. Stand by. Prep your trigger.
God damn it. Got ahead of myself.
There we go. Nice work. So only issue with that was trigger prep.
Yep.
Okay. You came to the wall, but you didn't prep that thing at all.
I didn't.
Okay. Good. Good, but the technique was good. Got that down.
You want to impress them. You want to show them the progression. It's almost like, because the knowledge that they're giving you is so in-depth, is so detailed, is so calculating that you want to let them know that it's sinking in. You want them to see your improvement. And then you want them to see that improvement so they can give you that affirmation. It's like, oh yeah, you did this great, you did this great. And we could brush up on this, we could brush up on that. That affirmation keeps you going. It's the small victories, right?
Making it work. Making it work. Running. There you go.
Yeah, that was better.
That was a lot better.
That was a lot better.
Clear it out first.
Right?
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna run out there after some training and go ice a course. You're just not gonna do it, right? However, little steps, you know, your accuracy was great here. We can touch up on speed. Your speed was good, but your footwork was crap. You know, different things like that. There's so many different things that you have to do from stage to stage. And showing your trainers that you're picking it up, you're applying it, and you're actually getting better. It's just, that's an affirmation that's good for you, and it's, I mean, I'm sure it's satisfying to them too. They know that their time isn't wasted, you know what I'm saying?
Dang!
You know what that means, right, Joe?
You gonna do it again?
I have to do it again.
You know, so at the end of the training with Joe, I remember a phrase or a reference that Todd Jarrett used. He said, running a match, running the stage, competitive shooting is a constant focus test. It's a concentration test. He's not lying. He was absolutely spot on. I'm sure Joe would agree. And because it's like muscle memory plus fundamentals plus safety plus math plus movement plus footwork, it's a lot stacked up on top of each other to be used interchangeably throughout a stage. And that's a lot of processing power. It's a lot of processing power. So as much of that as you can get to be muscle memory is probably advantageous to you. So training with Joe, what's training with Joe gonna be like? I really put some thought into that because, you know, Joe is a joker, right? Joe is a joker. He's very quick-witted.
Why don't we do the Captain Morgan? Shake and bake. Let's go.
That's a lot of running.
That's why I'm here with Joe. That's why I'm here with Joe. He's locking me on. Always like thinking on his feet, ready to give some type of reply or rebuttal to something that you haven't even said or asked yet, right? So I just wonder what his teaching style is going to be like. I generally get along with people like that because I have a very strong sense of humor and I'm not sensitive at all. So I think that's going to make the whole learning process and me just being able to take that, you know, tutelage from him just a lot easier. You know, it's always good when you can get along with somebody that you're either learning from or learning with.
Everybody watch John. He's about to go again.
Man, this is terrible.
Hence me and Shermichael. That's why us doing things together, it's almost like a little cheat code because we're competitive, but we give each other crap. It's just good. It's a good support system. I know who does it for the gram more, me or Joe. I actually think Joe has me beat. Joe really does it for the gram. Everything. His training, his one take Wednesdays, all his stuff, his matches, his banter, his craziness. Joe does it for the gram.
For the gram.
The one thing that I really like about Joe is that he's not afraid to mess up right in front of you.
Make yourself, stay honest with yourself, okay?
He will mess up right in front of you, but when I tell you his recovery is impeccable. Like no matter if he's messing up in a match or he's messing up when he's training you, he just like, it's ice veins, no panic. And when he's teaching, it's like, he just tells you this happens and this is how you recover.
Now, both of those missed. Every time I pull the trigger, I kept on pushing it right over top of the plate.
You know what? It's because this didn't count for score, Joe. That's what it is. I know how you know.
I just
Or
I just gotta suck less. That's all it is.
or you just trying to motivate us first thing in the morning, which I don't mind at all.
I just gave you guys an opportunity to
Excel,
win.
elevate.
win.
So it gives you a really accurate lens as to what it takes to do what it is he's trying to show you to do, and then also you get that little extra tutelage of how to recover if something messes up. And there's so much that can go wrong. So I think that's really valuable as an instructor to not be afraid to mess up and then recover and then share with your students exactly what it is that just happened. Very important.
Now, how do we make it float? That's step number 3. Identify the targets, identify the mandatory positions, identify the flow.
at the end of the day of the training, and I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I'm really feeling pretty good. I feel like Joe taught me some things, and he broke it down in a manner of which, really digestible. I think that by the end of the day, I feel like I'm moving better. I feel like I'm handling the firearms better. My accuracy has never really been an issue, but target acquisition, I think that was a little bit better. So there's a lot of things I picked up. But then we walked the courses, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So there was barrels and barricades and tubes and sawhorses and clays and no-shoot zones and there's just so many things throughout these stages that you have to navigate. Some of these you have to run far, and others you can only shoot in certain directions, and in others you're changing directions and zigzagging throughout the course. I was like, what? What? And I have to be accurate while I'm doing all of this, while I'm moving in all these directions, while I'm traversing all of these obstacles. Yeah. Literally, I think the only thing that was missing from these stages were live hostages and babies. That's it. That's the only thing that wasn't on the stages. So today was a long day. It was a long day. Didn't feel long. It didn't feel long. It flew by. There was a lot going on, but my body feels it. Mental fatigue is setting in because of so much information so fast. Because this was like a tune-up training. It wasn't like in-depth breaking down all these different things. It was kind of like putting it all together to run the courses. So it was just a lot. It was a lot all at once. I'm used to that, obviously. That's kind of how the military teaches you how to do things. They teach you how to do 10 things at one time. So yeah, kind of felt right at home, but yeah, mental fatigue definitely set in. But you know what? Look, I'm here. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to get better. I'm here to get better. I'm here to do better. I'm here to sharpen my skill set, and I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm really gonna give it all I got. All right, day one is upon us. I'm kind of nervous.
If you haven't been DQ'd, you will be at some point.
Joe, farewell.
Until next time.
Cobalt. Shooting sports. Let's go.
So you're watching this content because, John, clearly you believe in the Second Amendment, which is why we want you guys to support Gun Owners of America by going to gunowners.org.
Please do. Gun Owners of America is in the trenches on every 2A argument, every 2A fight that's being had out there today, and God knows there's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them, John. In fact, guys, GOA just recently won the suit to bring back bump stocks.
Yeah, and that was significant in and of itself, but there's so much more work to be done. So please, go to gunowners.org and join.
And you guys know for a fact that the Second Amendment is constantly under attack by individuals who want to restrict and limit that right for every American, regardless of your color, race, creed, or even sexual orientation, which is why you have to support organizations like GOA who are constantly in the courtrooms battling across this country to preserve that right, John, for all Americans.
Absolutely. He said enough, man. Listen, gunowners.org. Go there. Let's go.
And get some.